welcome back to Return of the Nine. This is Act 2 of Session 20. Our brave party has just survived an encounter with 6 Kenkus, although Orion has taken a significant amount of damage. The rest of the party seems to be well off, and with that, I will turn it over to Dennis.
Hey, Orion, want any healing?
Orion is going to grab that dagger that the one Kenku threw at him and kind of pull it out of his side and say, yes, I really need to learn to not just charge headlong into battle.
Okay.
Ember's gonna walk over to one of the dead Kenku and go, hey, Orion, want some wings?
Oh,
Just gonna start breaking the wings up.
gruesome.
Might be going a little too far.
Okay, so 18 hit points.
Oh, wow. That is most appreciated.
Oh yeah, eat your snack too.
Yes, you know what? I will eat my snack. How many temporary hit points does that give me?
Just 2.
2? Hey, every little bit counts. Between Regali's phenomenal healing and the temporary hit points, I'm feeling pretty darn snazzy. So what do we see in this room?
Well, they all had a nest, and that consists of very clean, mind you, dry straw, and then in the middle of that, differing
Eggs.
colors, but they're mostly forest colors, shades of green, and they're wool blankets. But for the most part, everything in here is very clean. The game they were playing involves tossing femur bones of small rodents. And one end is colored black, one end is left white, and then on the flip side, the end that's not black and the end that's red. And
Okay.
in the middle, both of them, or all of them have a number on them ranging 1 to 6. And there were 6 Kenku, so everyone had a bone and they would toss their bones and something would happen and that's the game they play.
Huh.
It's
Interesting.
kind
Are
of
there
like,
any eggs in the nest?
no, if you've ever played Pass the Pigs, this is
Yeah.
like that, only it's 3-on-3.
So could we play it 2-on-2 real quick?
Sure. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, quick.
Orion has no idea what Past the Pigs is, so he's like, what?
Let me get the dead.
Ember
out of
does
the
not
way.
either. Ember is busy preparing Kenku meat.
Are you guys saying you won't play with me?
Are you seriously cooking or slicing up dead Kenkus?
They're birds, right?
Dude, these are sentient creatures.
They didn't seem that way.
You might as well go out in the ocean and slaughter a couple dolphins.
Man, don't cook the kinku.
You sick puppy.
Dolphins are nice. These guys were jerks.
Well, he does have a point there.
We interrupted their game night, but sure,
Not-
they're jerks.
Not all dolphins are nice.
They're still noble creatures.
I think we can eat them.
I don't.
Yeah, especially if they have wings.
Me and that guy had a moment over the saw blade jam.
True, I'm not gonna prepare that guy.
Just these other guys.
Just these other guys.
All right. Ember, are you really doing that?
If it's
Can we just go to the next room? Let's just go to the next room.
We'll see if there's something a little more appetizing in the next room.
We don't need to lunch on Kenku.
don't ask how the meat is
Before we leave, do we want to rifle through the place, make sure we didn't miss anything in that nest, or rifle their bodies to see if there's anything on them? Because I, for one, would like to do a quick cursory check of the Kenku to see if they've got anything on them that would help us predict what else we might find in here.
All right. You find all their short swords,
Okay.
6 short swords, 6 daggers, 6 hand crossbows, and what amounts to about darts, I would imagine, for the bolts, and 2 sun rods, and 32 gold.
Okay. What's a sun rod?
Oh, you've never run into a sun rod before.
No.
This will be interesting. I want you to imagine one of those road flares.
Yep.
You kind of, and it acts like a torch, except it burns twice as bright.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
That's cool.
You find 2 of them. You guys never run into a sun rod before?
No?
No.
Am I the other one who's played 3.5?
I've played 3.5.
You don't know what a sun rod is?
I don't remember. I don't think we ever.
There's so much going on in 3.5 that it is easy to miss a little thing like a sunrod.
There is it's like a road flare, but it gives off the same colored light as sunshine, so it's around 6,500 Kelvin.
Is it like a magic thing,
Hey.
or just
Yes, these are very magical, yes.
do they just keep going?
They go for a while, they don't go forever, but you don't really need them in here because everything's lit up. But you do notice the other places that you've been in, especially the Grimlock's cave, that these would have been really good to have there.
I love it when the DM says, this would have been super useful if you just did stuff in a different order.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything before we venture off? Okay.
I think we're good to
I
go.
mean, you poo-pooed my cooking ideas, so.
Then I guess we will leave this room. And do we want to go to the left or to the right?
Let's go left.
Left it is. Lead the way. And I clap Frederick on the back. Lead the way.
Yep,
All right.
that's the way.
Stealth check for, well, I guess everybody.
Oh, that's much better.
Minus 2.
19.
So I rolled a nat 1, which comes out to a 3.
17.
The weakest link in the chain caught.
Ild got an 11, and he's actually glowing and on fire.
It's actually just fire.
So this
He
is
literally casts light.
this is what you hear.
But he also hovers.
I heard a cough.
Marching order.
Frederick, followed by... I don't know.
Orion, Ember, Regali.
All right.
Having heard the cough sounds, can I go, caw, caw?
You certainly can.
All right, let's be
Whether or not you
stealth
should.
through here.
Ember already rolled a 3. Maybe they'll think we're Kenkus.
Can Eld be like hanging out on Frederick's shoulder, somehow being more stealthy than Ember?
He'll hide behind the shield, so then he's not casting light out in front of us.
Ah, okay.
Well, I think Ild's probably like going from light to light by the ceiling, you know?
Yeah.
There you
The
go.
one to the next one. So he's not casting additional shadows.
Well, I was also thinking Ild would want to be by Frederick for emergency
support.
evac.
You guys hear that?
Golly, it's working. Do it again.
You hear it?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right. Ember, do you have any ranks in nature at all?
I think so.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Three.
What was the marching order again? Because this is going to get messy.
Oh.
Ember's having a stroke.
Frederick, Orion, Ember, Regali. I don't know where Ild is.
Ild's with Frederick. I should stop using that die.
This is why dice jails were invented.
Frederick, around the corner, you hear this chittering noise coming straight at you, and you don't seem alarmed at first because of it almost sounds calming.
Sound like a monkey?
Not a monkey, no. More like a and there's a size involved as well. So you know how big deer get, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it is not happy you're here. And it steps out in the corridor from around the corner right in front of your face.
Oh. Oh no.
So there's a light here, and right where I just put that new light, that's the corner where Frederick and the weasel meet.
Boy.
Frederick and the Weasel.
And you were not surprised that something came around the corner, although the size of it may have surprised you. So let's roll for initiative. Orion.
7.
Nice. Regali.
19.
Oh. Frederick.
13.
Ember.
10.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Who am I rooting for?
I don't suppose this thing can be calmed down.
Interesting question. Claw, bite. 2 claws hit you, Orion, Frederick. The bite misses. This is gonna get ugly fast. $11 points of damage.
Okay. I am still alive.
And it's your turn.
I will attack.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually Regali's turn. I'm
I
sorry.
will wait.
Yell if you want Ild to get you out of there.
Regali, I need you to make a perception check. Unless you have Any ranks in nature?
I do not have ranks in nature, but I got 23 on my perception roll.
Okay, so you heard that noise, but you heard it in stereo. And as you turn around to look, you do see a shadow on the floor approaching you from this corridor. Because right now, here's Frederick. And according to marching order, you're here. And you see shadows being cast from this corridor coming down.
Okay.
I should do that right-handed, this corridor.
All right. I'm going to dart over there and look to see what is coming down the corridor.
It is another giant weasel.
Okay, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Uh-oh. That's probably not good. Does it have to speak a language or?
You may whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes damage. The creature... A deafened creature automatically saves. So no, it doesn't have the language.
Thank goodness. I put ear cotton in all these guys and then covered it with wax. Because I know how you work. What's your DC?
14.
And 3.
Oh, that's a shame.
So what happens to it?
It takes 3d6 psychic damage.
All right.
Yeah, look at myself a dog. 10. 10 points psychic damage.
And it falls to the floor lifeless.
Oh,
Oof.
well, in that case, I will ignore it and turn around and go back to my friends. Like nothing happened.
Well, you took the time to go down there. Would you like to look up?
Oh, yeah, sure. That would be responsible, wouldn't it?
Regali. I can't believe you did that to my weasel. He's dead now. And you turn around to go back to the rest of the party. You are actually 10 feet away from Ember, who has turned to go west, which is up. When you notice the sounds that they're making and you see 3 Kenkus coming at you from down the hall this direction.
Oh, okay.
They're coming at you.
Weasel was not as strong as I
Knives
thought
and
it'd be.
swords out. And that's when you hear how about this one? Okay. And then you hear this. Yeah. Okay. And they're headed right for you. 5, 10, 15, 25 feet away to
Okay.
the north. You still have a reaction left if you would like to yell something very loudly.
Or
mean,
somewhat
just-
louder.
Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Actually, so they're coming down this way. Are they like able to see Ember right now, or since I ducked back around the corner, can they just see me?
No, they would see Ember.
Okay. In that case, I'll say incoming.
And for some reason, you killed my other giant weasel.
Completely unprovoked.
I mean, you know they're cute, right?
Yeah, I wanted to make friends with them, but someone exploded its mind.
That was Regali. Frederick.
Yes. Well, I just hear incoming behind me, and I'm like, with the weasel on top. Yeah,
Yeah, you have a
Yeah.
more immediate problem.
all right, sure. Start swinging at this.
The job of the rear guard is being sure you guys don't get caught unawares. Now you're aware.
There you go. All right, I'll take a swipe at this feller and see what I can do. Not very good. 9. Does that hit? This has a very low armor class, and 9 will certainly hit it. Okay.
Is that all you would like to do?
That's about all I can do.
Ember.
It's not what he would like to do.
I'd like to do a whole lot more, but unfortunately, it's not in the cards right now.
Wait, did Frederick not do anything?
I believe he swiped. Did you?
I missed.
Did he swipe left or did he swipe right?
Ooh.
I think they've each a couple.
Left.
He's married. He shouldn't be swiping at all.
Fine, I'll start stabbing.
Which way is which?
I don't know.
Oh.
Ember.
Do we look like the type who get out?
I've been out of my house in months.
I haven't been out of my house in years.
I never left my house.
What is outside? Okay, so I can see the weasel in front of Frederick. Do I see any of the Kenku yet, or?
Yes. When Ragali said incoming, then you notice that you have enemies coming from behind and in front.
Okay, how far away are the Kenku?
From you, they are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. The weasel, remember west is straight up, is 5, 10, 15, 20, with Orion and Frederick in between you.
Is it a 5-foot wide hallway?
It is, yes.
Okay. So all the Kenku will have to come through the 5-foot hallway to get to us?
Correct.
All right. I will do a flaming sphere on the first one then.
Oh, good heavens. What does that do?
It summons a flaming sphere.
Does exactly what it says on the 10.
It does.
Summons a flame that is roughly spherical in shape.
5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in occupied space of your choice. Okay, so that's unoccupied space, so it'd be right in front of the first one. Choice within the range, lasts duration. Range is 60 feet. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must take dexterity saving throw. Take 2d6 fire damage. A failed save, half as much as success one. It's a bonus action. I can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If you ram the sphere into a creature, the creature must make a saving throw against the sphere's damage. Conductor affairs.
I'm always tempted to think about it as like a basketball, but if it's 5 feet in diameter, that's a big sphere.
Yeah, it's a pretty big sphere.
All right.
That's like
So I guess I'd
Not
have to
quite
summon it
social
and then use
distance,
my
but
bonus
almost.
action to ram it into the first one to make it do its save.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Yeah, I guess Ild will have to not do his thing this turn. So Ild will dodge.
What's your DC?
14.
Natural 20.
Still takes half.
That seems like a waste of a 20, I'll be honest with you.
Unless it's got like that rogue ability, whatever it's called. So half of 7. 3.
Orion,
Yes, sir. It's
coming
a
in
five-
at 7th.
Yeah. It's a 5-foot wide corridor. Is there any way for me to squeeze by Frederick to attack the weasel? Or am I stuck behind Frederick?
There's a lot of weasel flopping around.
Okay.
And he is quite bushy, fur-wise. And he is giant, size-wise. Not giant as in giant the size,
Okay.
but as weasels go, I can hold this one in my hand, but this one's, think very large dachshund, the wiener dog. About the size of a Marmaduke.
Size of a sedan.
Alright, well then, if I can get to him, I will try to hit him. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Alright. And then the second attack does a 15 hit.
Yes.
Ooh. So that is a total of 13 points, 13 bludgeoning points of damage.
Hey, I did mention that these are very cute, right? And fluffy.
Well, I saw the cute, fluffy thing hurt my friend with a pretty significant claw attack. And it tried to bite his head off.
You have killed the other giant weasel.
Fluffy.
Jeez. Oh man.
Good.
Them things
Word.
are heavy.
Ild's still hanging out of the back of Frederick's shield. That's sad.
Well, we're all gonna have new fur cloaks.
True.
No,
I will.
fur is not my aesthetic.
So luxurious.
Let's see.
I'm very
Back
picky about coats.
back to the top.
You
Regali.
guys okay with weasel meat?
5, 10, 15, 20. So stabby stab. And then in a blink of an eye, he moves out of the way, and Kenku number 2 also does stabby stab. So I need one at regular and one at disadvantage times 2.
Who are they stabbing?
They're trying to stab Regali to death. So
Really, Dennis? You're doing this to me while I'm recovering from surgery?
18 for the first, 13 for the second.
I thought I put a flaming sphere between her and them.
Well, does that mean they can't move?
Means there's a big ball of fire there.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to tell me that part of the spell.
Oh, it lasts a minute.
What in the... Oh, so you're concentrating.
Yeah, I am concentrating.
Oh, come on. Did you really block the entire hallway with a flaming sphere?
Yeah, that's why I asked if it was only a 5-foot hallway.
Do you honestly have a pinch of tallow, brimstone, and a dusting of powdered iron on you? Is it on your character sheet?
Components
Okay, okay.
pouch.
Literally, he just needs a component pouch or a focus.
Yeah.
Do you have a
I
focus?
know, I know.
I have a focus. It
All right,
doesn't,
so-
it does not have a GP value.
Your your flaming sphere, it didn't have to go over Regali's head, did it?
He summoned
Okay,
it
then.
in front of me, between me and them.
Yeah, and then I use my bonus action to ram it. It says they take damage if they end their turn within 5 feet of it. But I'm assuming they'd also take damage if they run through it. Though it doesn't explicitly say that, which is weird.
Well, I think because most creatures won't run into obvious danger.
Yeah.
Like literally, all my spells specify they won't run into a pit of fire.
Okay.
Oh, it also ignites flammable objects not being worn or carried.
Kenku went east. One Kenku went west. at this four-way fork.
Did anything to the stabby?
No,
Yes. Thanks,
because
Ember.
that's your flaming sphere, 60 feet, right?
The range is up to 60 feet.
Yeah, so this is, I'm assuming this is where your flaming sphere was.
If that's
Yeah.
where they were, then yeah.
Okay.
I
So-
want to block it. I wanted to protect Regali from all the birds.
Regali, it's your turn. There's a flaming sphere in the hallway. To the
Well,
north
and the
of you.
Kenkus both ran different directions,
Yes,
and I can't see them anymore.
correct. But I would very
I
much
guess
like you.
I'll
I would very much like
call
you to
after them.
make
Oh.
a perception roll.
Okay. 19.
Ooh, nice one. So east, which is down into that room where you just slaughtered the other 6 Kenkus, you hear a door open.
Oh, I will go that way.
All by yourself?
I mean, Ember can come if Ember wants to.
How much feet of movement do you have left?
That would be my full 30.
All right.
Are
You
saying
get
anything?
you get 5 feet into the room, and you see 2 Kenku from the north have opened up a secret door, and they notice you. And now
Okay.
now they really want to stabby stab.
Okay. I will,
Wait, you have 10 more feet of movement, and you can get toe to toe with them if you want.
I think I will not use that 10 feet of movement. I will instead cast Dissonant Whispers again. Not one of them.
Number 1 or number 2? 2 is behind number 1.
Number 1.
What's your DC? I should have
13.
this memorized. Ooh, 15.
Ah,
Yay. All right. Anything else?
he only takes half the damage then, so he's gonna take half of 9 will be 4 psychic damage, but he doesn't run away. Run.
This is what you hear. I didn't know if this was going to go over as well as it is, but that's for Godly Frederick.
Well, that's one dead weasel. Good work, Orion. I'll look down the direction that it came from. Do I see anything coming this way?
No, it goes,
Ah, giant hand.
well, there's 5 feet to the north is Orion, and then the 10th foot, it turns and goes east, and then continues north. But you may, of course, make a perception check.
I will do that. Perception. Let me double check what that stat number is. 20 altogether.
You do hear the pitter-patter of, I guess, clawed bird feet. More than one. Less than 4.
I will hold my action to cast Eldritch Blast at the first enemy that rounds that corner.
Okay.
The difficult thing about counting footsteps when you're listening to clawed creatures is that each of the claw tips makes a distinctive sound. It all kind of blends together.
Okay, so Regali went in that room. My fire thing is there. And I heard them rounding the corner.
You can move that flaming sphere, right?
Yes, as a bonus action, I can move it up to 30 feet,
Okay.
which is kind of frustrating because I also need a bonus action to have Ill do anything other than dodge.
Foiled for bonus actions.
Yes. I wish I could just have 2 bonus actions and no actions. Where am I at exactly?
I have you sitting right here underneath this light. Your flaming sphere is here, and Ild is up here with Frederick.
Okay.
And Regali ran into this room again. For some strange reason, we don't know why, she keeps going off and going toe-to-toe with creatures.
Also, you heard the
Okay.
one sound.
Oh yeah, that crazy sound. Okay, so I'll run to the intersection there so I can see into the room where Regali went.
Okay? Your Dissonant Whispers is a ranged attack, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, because those Kenku are, or at least the one you hit, is 15 feet away from you as the secret door opens. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So you can see Regali just finishing her spell, and she's a little disappointed he just didn't drop dead and run away with fear. One of those two.
Okay, so I can see the secret door.
No, you can't. How much movement do you want to go? You want to go right next to Regali? Then you would.
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
30.
Okay.
And now you could see the secret door and the 2 Kenku coming in.
So there's 2 Kenku coming in there?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, so for my action, what the heck? I'll do a spell. A level 1 Burning Hands. So, cone of fire. They have to make a reflex save, I believe.
What's your DC?
14. I rolled 2 ones, but it's 6.
I got a 15 and a 17.
Okay, so they both take 3 fire damage. And then, here's a question. So seeing the secret door, can I direct the flaming sphere to come up behind them through the secret door?
Ooh. 10, 15, 20. You can.
Then
My
I would
question
do that.
is, how? How are you guiding the sphere? You don't.
I feel
That's
like
my
you can't see
question to
the path
you.
of the sphere.
Because I've been through the hallway, so I know like where the hallway is. So what I'm asking is, can I move it through the hallway until I see it in the secret door and then have it come in?
Let me check the wording real quick. I don't see anywhere where it says you have to be able to see it.
Yeah, I don't either. So
And I certainly think that you would be able to see the 20-foot radius dim light that it's emitting. So then it would just get brighter and brighter until you see it through the door. But then, okay, if you don't mind, I'm going to give the Kenku a bonus action, because he hasn't taken one yet, to just
Okay.
simply close the other secret door behind him.
Smart.
Because
Okay.
ostensibly they're in a 20-foot corridor with a secret door on either end.
Ah.
Okay?
Okay.
Is that all right?
Sure, I guess.
Okay. So let me see if I can get this, if he notices it coming.
I can only move it 30 feet, so it might not even be able to make
Well,
it
I
all
did the
way.
math, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You would actually be able to move it into the 5-foot square that the second Kenku is in.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then 30. So
Should it
Yes.
maybe make a save to see if I can close the door in time?
that's what I'm doing.
Awesome.
Rolled a 2.
Yeah.
So, all right. What damage does it do when it's...
When it hits them, it does 2d6 unless they make the reflex save, and then it does half.
Well, I think the reflex save was the 2, right?
Sure. Ooh, rolled good that time. 9.
Does it hit them both?
It just hits... As soon as it hits one, it stops.
And you hit him for 9?
Yep. But then I guess if they end their turn next to it, they will also take damage.
Okay. Ryan is next. But a Kenku comes down the corridor, races around. Frederick, were you holding an action?
Yep, Eldritch Blast.
Right over Orion's shoulder. As he comes up and around, right on top of Orion.
Since we're in only a fairly thin hallway, I'll just do the where it goes down the blade and shoots out like a little beam. $19 to hit.
Damage.
Alrighty. 9.
That hurt.
Little puff of feathers. The blast of your photo negative Eldritch Blast hits it, and a puff of feathers erupts.
Ember,
Yes?
your turn.
Is it my turn again?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Orion. Because
Okay.
Frederick
I was like, I
held his
just-
action. I'm sorry.
Had a turn.
Orion.
The Kenku that Frederick just blasted, he's still up.
It must be the wine. Yeah, he's still up.
All right. Does a 25 hit?
No. Damage.
I smash his head into the side of the corridor for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
He is useless sack of potatoes right now.
Okay. And
As you hear this disquieting crunch of his skull.
and then I'll take just a brief moment. Do I hear anything else coming towards us?
Yes,
From where?
same place.
Okay. I will. Am I side by side with Frederick?
He's right behind you.
Okay. I will just, yeah, it's pretty much all I can do. So I will maintain my position and wait for more trouble to arrive.
Is that okay with you, Frederick?
I mean, can you scooch over to the other side of the place
Is-
so if I want, I can kind of head down that way?
Is there room for me to go to this beside Frederick?
Yes, you could skirt by each other if you want. Yeah.
Okay, and that's what I'll do then. And I'll just clap him on the shoulders and let's get ready for some more.
Tag team.
I'd like to point out that Ild is still hanging out on Frederick's shield, taking the dodge action because that's all he can do if I don't command him. and I like to think that his dodge action is like him dancing.
Okay. Frederick,
Yes.
another one comes up the corridor.
Okay.
Stabby McStab. Oh. The short sword misses. The dagger hits.
Mm.
What was that, 1d4? Can't believe you killed my weasels. For a whopping 4 points of damage.
Those weasels were not very strong for how big they were.
Well, they were supposed to be cute and fluffy. But evidently, you guys aren't into that, so.
That holds no sway over us.
We
Speak
got
for
the
yourself.
cute and fluffy covered here.
Where is, that's,
I did no murdering of weasels.
all right.
I did, but can you prove it?
True, that one, its head just exploded.
No one knows it's there yet. We've not seen it.
All right. This Kenku steps right up to you, Regali. Would you like to just stand there, I guess, and he's gonna stabby McStab.
I kind of figured that was what was happening. I
Oh,
mean, I'd like to not get stabbed, but only if that's an option.
22, natural 19, and a 14 for the dagger plus, so that is a 20. Damage coming your way. Oh, I rolled a 1 and a 3. You lucky duck. So 7 total.
Whew. Okay.
Incredible. And Regali, it's your turn. Ember, the Kenku stayed behind to close the door on your flaming sphere.
So one of them stayed behind, one of them went up to stab Regali.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to lean forward and whisper, everyone knows that you've been stealing from lunches. They just let you get away with it because you're such a bad forager, you wouldn't make it otherwise.
Dang, dude. Just cut right to the quick.
Harsh.
I rolled a 17.
Aw. Well, that's a bummer.
Is that half or 0?
I think that's 0,
Okay.
if I'm remembering Vicious Mockery right.
It's 0.
Yeah.
Frederick, you shield-wielding maniac.
Yes.
There's one right in front of you.
I will attack it with my sword, not just the shield. 8?
To hit?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Is that all you got?
Until level 5, yes.
Ember.
How far away from us is the door?
Far away is what?
The door.
Well, it's a diagonal 5 and then another 5.
So 10 feet away.
All right. So you remember, did you ever see Star Trek?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how the doors open and then they close when you walk through?
Yeah.
That's what's happening here.
Oh, how did the Kenku close it then?
What do you mean?
the Kenku closed the door behind him.
Right. So there's, and you have to trust me on this. According to the way I interpret things, is when you are halfway beyond the door is when the door closes.
Ah,
Oh, so it just
Okay.
like moved away from the door to get it to close?
Yes.
interesting.
Okay.
And the door doesn't open for a ball of fire?
Correct. And
I'm
it'll make
assuming it's because the ball of fire does not have the fingers necessary to poke the places that make the door work.
see, that's the thing. You'll find out sooner or later, or maybe you won't. I don't know. But so far it's a mystery why these doors just open and close automatically for these creatures. Okay.
Interesting.
The
So
force. Ah! Ah!
what would you like to do?
If I do another Burning Hands, which is a 15-foot cone, can I hit both Kenku still?
No, you cannot.
Ah,
Currently, you can only hit the one.
okay. Then I will just do regular old firebolt on the one that's attacking Regali.
Okay.
Does an 11 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Darn. Okay. Trying to figure out what I should do with my bonus action then. Because I can't make the sphere go through. Can I bonus action start moving the sphere back around?
To bring it to you?
Yeah. Like back up through the hallway.
How much movement does it have?
30.
Hmm.
Uh, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. Yep. Orion.
Yes.
So Frederick is toe-to-toe with one.
Okay. Any newcomers or just the one?
Just the one currently. They seem to be coming out of strange places and faster than you would imagine.
Okay. While I don't think he needs it, I will help him out with the one that's in front of him. And I will miss with my first attack for sure and miss with the second one. And I'm going to pause here for a moment because we've got about an hour under our belt. And we'll take a quick break and come back for the third hour.